Oh, right. I was going to proceed onward to the, after this battle was officially over before welcoming us back, but we got stuff from it. So hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. Got Moon Buckler, got Dragon Hood. So I'll have to keep those in mind whenever we are done with these two boss fights. Yes, we are in the middle of two boss fights! We have our 8 characters split up into 2 teams, and each team is going against a separate group of bosses, which is definitely interesting. It has also brought me over time. You know, I'm gonna have to consider ending these Arcaris streams a little earlier, because lately, especially now that I'm going blind, I am finding myself going over time way more often. And that's kind of something I want to avoid, because that's one of those things that wore me out the first time I tried playing this game. It is, of course, specifically a me problem, and not at the fault of the game itself. But something I will have to keep in mind for myself. Now then, here we are with Group B against Bosses B. We got Mei Lin and Tiramisu. As a reminder, these foes that we are fighting are demi-humans and are totally against us and not willing to listen to us as we try to tell them that we are the good guys. It sounds familiar. So how do we deal with this? I chose to have this group fight the second team because I figure that Mei Lin and Tiramisu are going to be magic casters. Attack plus 10? That would kind of be nice, perhaps. Agility minus 18? Let's do that. I don't know what their speed is just yet. Well, no. Maybe... no, I'm gonna try it just in case. Get one of their agilities down. Guard minus 12, signal, attack minus 15. Don't know if that's necessary. Attack plus 16. Sure, throw that on Uri. And Bless... 85 damage. I might as well use this once. On Mei Lin. And Sarah. Reflect. Didn't lower agility, but that's okay. Sarah is still, at the very least, faster than these guys. Okay, I have a strategy in mind. We're gonna be on the defensive for a bit. But I got so many of these Esser's Ales that I can go ahead and be on the defensive. Go with the Bless next, because he was taking a beating from that magic. Please not Uri. What did I just say? So much for being on the defensive. Okay. Angel Feather, I guess. What else can we do? Just attack, I guess. At the very least, we can get some more protection going for Harrison. Please not Uri. Aw, it would have been so funny if that actually worked. Also, Bless went before them. Interesting. Don't suppose you'd be willing to do that again, just in case. Uri, heal yourself. In fact, everybody focus on healing Uri. This might wind up going to waste, and I'm gonna definitely have to buy some... Oh, hold on a sec, I don't have to worry about it. Because they are not using physical attacks yet. Still though, use that. Of course, because Uri died, his attack buff was reset. But now that everybody has Reflect, which as a reminder in RPG Maker 1 is totally overpowered, it's gonna last the entire battle. The only way it'll go away is if somebody dies. Which is why we're still gonna do some healing. Just in case these guys have some strong physical attacks. Or worse, a tech. So far, though, my strategy of saving this team for the witches is paying off. I can probably just do regular attacks the entire way. Oh, that reminds me. How much health do these guys have? We haven't checked that out yet. So we've got Meilin and Tiramisu. Each of them have 1200 HP. Unlike their brothers, they do have elemental resistances and weaknesses. In Meilin's case, she is weak to water, and Tiramisu is weak to thunder. If only Uri had his weapon that could hit twice. Oh my goodness! Silence actually worked. That is hilarious. Okay. Our stuff is actually kind of weak, so let's start using some stronger stuff. Your stuff is not going to be strong enough. Yours will be. You don't have actually any elemental damage going on. So, Black Fang, Helmbreaker, Holy? Holy. And you are probably not going to be able to do anything for the rest of the fight. And I am okay with this. For some reason, I keep thinking that Holy has some sort of element tied to it. Like, whenever we had Sarah the first time, certain enemies were weak against it for some reason. Maybe not, though. I'm probably just confused. I am often confused. Honestly, as long as she is unable to actually do anything for the rest of the fight, I don't really have to worry too much about hitting hard. I'm just doing this to speed things along. There we go. That is certainly a nice amount of experience, I just realized. And we got a Holy Cloak. I'll make note of that. Got Holy Cloak. Gillis drops his sword, wounded. Curse you, wicked humans! We'll never give up! You will not lay your dirty hands on the lives of our brothers in Sibelhan. Well, I mean, he's right. They are innocent! Do your hearts only hold blind contempt towards the other creatures who also live in this world with you, just because they are of a different race than you? If only Lisa were still here with us poor creatures of Ferris Doll. Then she would selflessly protect us from the enemies we live in fear of. You eight will never succeed in the foul schemes that you share with your Dark Lord. You pledge the destruction of every other Alvenian in the world, but it is only your darkened lives that go to waste. You will learn the truth of your foul and hateful ways in oblivion, where monsters such as yourselves belong. Stop this at once! For the last time, it is all of you who believe wrongly! Sarah? Anger, hatred, war, death and dying. I am sick of hearing and seeing all of it. Miss Sarah, have you completely blown a fuse or something? I agree. Why didn't you speak up sooner? She is right. Are such dark broodings all that is left in you Alvenians as a result of the fear and mistrust that has afflicted you since the Dark Lord came to this world? You all sound just like him. You speak so righteously that the humans and elves look upon you as inferior, but the reverse might be said of you as well. As such faithful followers of the Holy Priestess, you five should revere all life as precious more fiercely than anyone, even those whom you believe to be your enemies. Tiramisu still breathes regularly and wounded. How could you understand? You know nothing of what our beloved mistress has taught us, or of the past of us creatures who are only half human. I will refrain from speaking up on account she's not speaking directly to me. Then tell me, my lady Tiramisu, what exactly is it that you and those who are standing here with you truly believe in your hearts? You all must understand what it is to feel the pain of being hated and despised, and of living your lives in so much fear of darkness, but surely that would only make it easier for you to love and accept others as a reflection of the woman you all apparently place a lot of dependence and trust in. Do you not understand that everyone else in Alvenia shares the same ideals and sentiments as you do? You should be uniting together with the humans and elves in such a time of peril as this, not fighting them or isolating yourselves further. Lisa Winters would not have wished for such division in a world of creatures who are generally good at heart and try to maintain peace. You all could very well be unknowingly losing yourselves down the same twisted path to self-destruction that Lisa herself did. How dare you say such a thing, sir? Just what do you mean by that? Sarah sadly says with her head lowered, It is true. You all must wake up. Sarah looks back up. The truth is that the Holy Priestess will never return to you. Her journey ended years ago when she had left you all in the first place. She is dead? That is what you meant by would not have wished, sir? Yes, the truth is disturbing, but a piteous fate that should never have become reality for the Holy Priestess had befallen her. Her soul managed to be saved in the end by the unbelievable grace of the one who had loved her the most, her daughter, but Lisa's life in this world had faded away a long time ago, most tragically. And you've no cause to doubt our words either, For her daughter whom Dusk spoke of stands here with us before you now. What happened? Please tell us. Well, can you speak the entire truth to them without faltering, Sarah? No, I do not think I can. Fax withdraws the sword. We do not wish to hear this regardless. We are not such fools that will swallow this kinder tale from you. Kinder? Hold, brother. Let us hear them out. Everyone, as we had once learned from the spirit of Lisa herself, the very same darkness that corrupted the human who had later become the Lord of Darkness on the day that he had found the celestial rose that led to this world, Elvenia, had also come to tear at the fabric of poor Lisa's once tender heart, veiling it in the dark shadows of hatred. And that dark power is power itself. What else has it ever been that turns formerly innocent hearts to evil? Sarah told us, when the Lord of Darkness came to Elvenia on that day 3 years ago, Lisa had become filled with deep rage toward his transgression, rather than become filled with the desire to protect the people of this world, whom she obviously cared deeply for, from him. And so she left behind all of her devoted students and followers only to seek out and destroy her enemy. Oh, that's what the darkness in her heart was. See, I'm not entirely sure that was explained too well, because I've been wondering this entire time what exactly that was, but it was kind of left mysterious almost, it felt like. Not really clarified too well. Lisa even forgot that there were many disciples and friends of hers who would have willingly stood with her. The incredible magical power she gained must have blinded her with arrogance and spitefulness, the very evils she had always warned against. She simply wound up drowning in a void of self-reliance and self-preservation. She may have seen traces of these shadows forming in her heart as she had prepared to confront and slay the Lord of Darkness, but if so, then she no longer cared. Her formerly well-meaning intention of protecting the people of Elvenia was soon forgotten. I do not believe that Mother ever even was given the chance to come to blows with the sworn enemy she longed to face, but instead she ended up destroying herself long beforehand. Her heart was in such tangles of madness. So, all of this befell a wonderful lady whom all of Elvenia came to praise as an angel from heaven itself. I suppose this was a terrible truth that even you, Sarah, who is probably more honest than anyone else I know, must have found very hard to accept. I remember having heard someone say something of the Holy Priestess at one time that I could not believe to be wise judgment of character, for I could not fathom how a servant of darkness could possibly know Lisa's heart so well at all. But now I think that man to be insightful, perhaps even wise, in some ways, if I can find no other compliment of virtue to pay him. Dusk repeats Gorgon's words. He said, Lisa forsook her formerly kind and loving spirit, only to drown in her own inflated ego and self-destruct. My mother is, most thankfully, residing up in heaven now, at long last rest, and I know she must be hoping sincerely that those who look to her for her guidance will not make the same mistake she did in life. Tiramisu responds in some shock. That is truly a story worthy of pity. I should have known that something was amiss when I saw that strange fire in our mistress's eyes that day she bid us all in fairest Dal goodbye. Lies! That could never be! I do not believe this nonsense. No, brother, I believe them. And I am also in no more doubt that they are all true followers of the light, and not the Lord of Darkness. Just look into all of their eyes, brother, which you yourself always said was the best reflection of what lies into one's hearts, and you will find that their sincerity is not false. I like that, by the way. The whole looking into one's eyes trope is definitely, if I may go off topic a little, definitely a thing that I kind of believe in. The eyes are the window into the soul, that sort of thing. And it's off topic because I relate that to transformation, turning into an animal, and you can tell that it is still the person you know by looking into their eyes. My dear fellow creatures of Elvenia, I give you all my deepest apologies for the reckless transgressions that my siblings and myself have committed against you. But we creatures of the demi-human race also ask for your understanding. You see, it was close to that day 3 years ago when the Dark Lord found this world that we, the Dwarven and demi-human inhabitants of Faristal, who were sort of like the outcasts of society, sought to form a sanctuary for ourselves here in Sebelhan. We saw that the humans and elves had come to look upon us with apprehensiveness and distrust because of the tragedies of both Paprika Desert and the Teal Cloud Kingdom, even if we knew in our hearts that they never truly despised or rejected us. Well, we skulked about in Sebelhan and these mountains, feeling alone and afraid of the world beyond. The Holy Priestess found us. She saw us as a people in need of guidance in many ways, had lovingly cared for and ministered to our broken spirits, all the while encouraging us to go back out into the world and unite with each other, Elvenians, once again. Then came the day that Lisa abandoned our commune, leaving us with words that a terrible evil had appeared in the world to endanger its freedom and innocence, and she was taking it upon herself to fight that evil. But our mistress promised that she would return someday. As skilled swordsmen and magicians, the 5 of us had wished to go with her and help protect Elvenia, too, but, as you all have said, Lisa chose to go up against the darkness alone when no Elvenian should ever have to, and the story you have told is the end result. I cannot say I am without understanding for when the people of Faristal have become so afraid of the rest of this world as well as that monster who seeks to conquer it, esteemed warriors of the Paladon family. But I can promise you that I will do whatever I must for you all in order to alleviate the pain and the horror of Elvenia's past tragedies. The people of Sebelhan may have both my devotion and the empathy within my heart to aid and strengthen them. It is what I am in no doubt my revered mother would have done for you were she still living today. You have a most wise and kind heart to say that, Sarah Winters, but it is as you said. All of these things we have spoken of here is in the past. We people of Sebelhan must start looking to Elvenia's future again, and that can be realized now that we are given the will to work towards benefiting the human and elven races once again. For a world whose inhabitants stand together out of love and friendship is a force that even the Dark Lord will find scarcely easy to overcome. And as a human and dwarf pair, Mr. Bolas and myself will do our best to help, if it is required that we be the diplomats between Elvenia's races. Bolas? Are you saying he's not part of our final 8? Heroes of Light, we honor you for the gracious service you have done us on this day. Go forth and protect Sebelhan as you all have determined, and may you be Godspeed in your endeavor. Godspeed. This is the end of the memory card. Okay, well, in that case, let's see what happens upon us switching. Are we going to be sent to the world map? Nope, it's a cutscene. So, I'm going to have to swap to the next memory card on the next stream. It would have been nice if there was an option to save after the swap. Anyway, we are done for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.